So finishing that last set of training today, focusing on the tricep. So typically what you want to do, I don't know if you guys can see my leg. So you want to just bring one leg forward, one leg down. One leg forward, one leg back. Setting it forward, setting it back. Shoulder back. This is still. There's more on the inside. Just like that. So I'm going to be doing let's do three sets of those. So then each set, just nice and make sure you switch leg. Alternating your leg might not feel like something that is really important, especially thinking about if you are really feeling a specific type of either static hold just by putting one leg forward, but it's really working. Because now if I put one leg forward, one leg back, and I'm on my tippy toe, I'm also working on my stability right here, and also keeping those pelvic tilt and the core tight. So that's why it's very, very important to incorporate those alternating those legs. All right, let's go ahead and get a second round. Just one more to go. One more. So I'm just wrapping up today's exercise. So with some tricep. So then what I'm basically doing, just nice and alternating my feet, one leg back, one leg forward. Just focusing on the tricep, which is back right here. So that's the main purpose of this movement. So I've already finished most of my workout today. So I'm just nice and adding the final sprinkle of final cherry on top of it. All right, let's go ahead and finish it up. So the main thing is keeping those shoulder back, alternating those feet. Then I'm just looking up, just extend it down, and breathe. So those are double. Then the best way to nice and wrap it up, especially with those triceps, then transition to a single kickback. So then that's what I'm going to be doing in order to nice and finish it up. So whenever you are looking, you can see whenever I'm rotating out, you can see I'm twisting. That's when you can see, especially those tricep muscles, the long head as well as the short head. But then whenever I get to the kickback, you can see the goal is to nice and keep my elbow nice and close right here. Then I'm just nice and kicking it back. So now if you see, you can see the long head as well as the short head are nice and walking with that movement. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce my weight. Because I want it to be easy. So as to make sure I'm not straining my shoulder. Then I'm staying right here again, alternating that feet, keeping that same leg on that same hand that you're going to be walking, keeping that leg back, then extend it down. And just nice and breathe. If you have a towel, and you can nice and keep that towel between your hands so as to ensure your elbow nice and stay pinned to your side. That would be ideal, especially for this final movement. So again, you can see as I'm bringing it up, I'm working the bicep, then I want to kick it back, just like that. Then I want to do the same thing on the same side, on the other side. Again, keep that one leg forward, keep that chest up, then just nice and keep that. So then I've already done 3 sets of both tricep kick down. So then I'm going to be doing 3 sets of the single kick. So as to nice and focus on this tricep. If you are just joining me right now, this is the second live. So the first one we focus on just the dynamic movement, especially with some socket movement, focusing on some kettlebell swing, a dynamic combination of RDL with bicep as well as shoulder press. Then we finish it up with some power movement. So then we just nice and wrapping everything up with some tricep, because you know we always want a big chest and a big arm. That's what we're finishing it up. So make sure you're nice and subscribe. So every Saturday, that's when I'm at this location, and I'm going to be going live, so you can nice and learn a piece of stuff when it comes to training your body dynamically. Because one of the main things I tell people, since I'm also a coach, I don't use supplements, but I focus on nutrition. Very, very important, especially meal prepping. And meal prepping is just beyond rice and chicken. That's what I tell people. You just have to eat right. That's the main thing. All right, let's go ahead and finish it up. Nice and come through. This one is a little bit light. So we only got one more set, just one more set of that single kickback. Then we're going to nice and call it a day. See there. So especially sometimes people ask me when it comes to how can they diversify their exercise. Jason. Some people ask me, how do they diversify their exercise, especially during the week? Do I just focus on leg day on Monday, back day on Tuesday, shoulder day on Wednesday, whatever day on Thursday? One thing I tell people, you just have to have what I call major body group movement and sub body movement. For example, today was all about dynamic movement, primarily focusing on upper body. So whenever I'm talking about dynamic movement, so what I did in the beginning, did my warm-up, which is more about dynamic warm-up. So then after the dynamic warm-up, then I went into my socket, with some kettlebell swing, some dynamic RDL, with some bicep curl, then power shoulder press. Then I do some leg lift. So I did about 3 sets of 3 movements. So then after that, I transitioned to a power chest press, so which I'm on my road to 315 when it comes to chest press. Today was a little bit slow day, since I only get about 225 for max rep, which is about 12. So then after that, I transition into my power clean, then some back row, finish it with a double tricep extension, then we transition to a single. So then the final thing I'm going to do, you can't forget your stretching. Just nice and do some dynamic stretching. Just nice and get that blood flowing. And make sure you just continue to stay hydrated, very, very important. Especially during the next live video, which is going to be next Saturday. You can join the live, you can ask questions. If you want to pick my brain, I'll be more than happy to nice and answer any question you might have, either on exercise, either on nutrition. How can you prep your food so you don't get tired of eating the same thing? And what is the first process when it comes to nutrition for weight gain or even weight loss? And how can you build your upper body or your lower body? Because you don't just want to focus on just upper body only. You have to focus on your cardiovascular endurance as well as flexibility. Because if you train without flexibility, guess what? Everything is going to be tight. Then you might start feeling some tension, what I call tension pain. Because those muscles are not being relaxed. But now when you incorporate some flexibility movement, then you nice and be able to nice and set those joints where they need to be. Because if there is a lot of heightened tension, so guess what? Then those tension is going to be pulling those shoulder inside. Then I can start having it run back. But now if I continue to nice and stay relaxed, then I'm extending, leaning towards one side. Then again, you can nice and switch your feet, doing the same thing on the other side. Then one of the last things I always incorporate, especially after a good upper body movement, just nice and working on that range of motion with the shoulder. You can see with those, you can either use a PVC pipe or more of a rod, and just nice and slowly and breathe through that movement. Again, the next live is going to be next Saturday. Just come with any question. If you have question on supplements, make sure you are here. If you have question on nutrition, make sure you are here. If you have question, how can you eat healthy on budget, make sure you are right here. Or how to properly train for a better result, make sure you are right here. Then I'm going to be sharing those information with you. So again, thank you so much everybody who joined this live. Thank you so much, really appreciate every one of you. I don't take this for granted for each and every one of you watching this live. So make sure you're nice and please subscribe so you can nice and see the next video. You continue to learn ways to stay healthy with exercise, nutrition, and any other question you might have. Again, this is Coach Sam. I'm out. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jason. You're cooking. Say that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.